It has been said that the Battle of Waterloo was won on the playing fields of Eton. Well, now I'm going to say the battle for the heart and soul of this country is going to be lost in the sunny hills of Rwanda. I'm Grannyopter. I didn't understand the Rwanda plan the first time round, and now apparently we have a new plan, which reminds me of Tony Blair and his New Labour, which also reminds me that Tony Blair and his cabinet were the people who said they were going to bring in all sorts of people from all over the world willy-nilly without proper controls in order to rub the noses of the dreadful right wingers in multiculturalism. And they were the ones who started something called the Supreme Court. We don't need a Supreme Court. We've got a House of Lords. That was our Supreme Court. Basically, what Blair was trying to do was to do away with the House of Lords, which is one reason why I don't like the Reform Party, because they're trying to do it too. And so they put the Supreme Court there, which would go over the heads of the House of Lords, and then they could say, well, we don't need the House of Lords. But the problem is this: that Supreme Court is stacked and packed with people that they like, with people of their mind. That's the problem with the Supreme Court. The thing about the House of Lords is it's full of awkward buggers. It's full of people like Claire Fox. And yes, even religious people who might have moral objections to late abortions and that sort of thing. And it's terribly, terribly inconvenient for a government as obsessed with power and social engineering and I'm right and you're wronging than as the Blair cabinet. And we all know what sort of a Prime Minister Blair turned out to be, don't we? Anyway, I digress. What's the government's new Rwanda asylum plan? Well, basically, the old one was this. We sent people, migrants, to Rwanda, and then Rwanda sent their mentally deficient or problem people to us. What sort of a bargain is that? But this isn't the point. They are talking about, I'll get to that in a minute. How will Rishi Sunak's Rwanda Treaty and Emergency Immigration Bill work? And this is the Institute for Government, whoever they are. The government has set out the details of its plan for removing asylum seekers to Rwanda in the form of the treaty signed on the 5th of December. And the safety, oh, for goodness sake. Look, there are two sorts of immigration happening in our country right now. There are immigrants, people who want to come here for work or study or whatever. And then there's the other sort, the sort who come in dinghies, having, mind you, paid an enormous amount of money. Where did they get that from? To the traffickers who are providing them with the dinghies. Anyway, I don't think most people in Britain are too worried about the legal immigrants. They are worried about those guys in the dinghies, because it's those guys in the dinghies that are... Dimmy, yeah, right. That was a Freudian slip, wasn't it? It's those guys in the dinghies who are filling our hotels, our barracks, all sorts of places, camps outside villages, that sort of thing. That's what people are worried about, not the legal immigrants. Britain's never worried about legal immigrants. The Rwanda scheme was declared unlawful by the Supreme Court, agreeing with the majority of the Court of Appeal on the 15th of November. This was because of the risk that asylum seekers sent to Rwanda would be returned directly or indirectly to their country of origin, where they would face a real risk of ill treatment in circumstances where they should not have been returned at all. The point is this: why were they here in the first place? If they came in the dinghy, cleverly, the present Home Secretary, Lamb to the Slaughter, said he was going to tighten the rules on immigration to people who earned above a certain amount of money or were here on legitimate study things. But that's the point. It's not those people we want to keep out. It's the people in the dinghies. I don't know where these guys' brains are, and Cleverly is an intelligent man, despite his name. So here we have a situation where they're trying to choke off the legal immigrants so they can make room for these invaders, and that's what they are. They are just invaders, and they shouldn't be here in the first place. And our army, our military services should be employed in towing these guys back whence they came, which in most cases is France, although it might be a few other places as well. And I'm interrupting myself here to remind you to click like, to subscribe and to share. And if you're on YouTube, remember to click the notification bell. All the links to my other channels are in the description, including links to donation sites. I'm always grateful for donations, of course, but just clicking like is the best thing you can do for this video and my channel generally. And I'm reminding you that the Christmas 2023 competition is now open. The link to the video telling you all about it is also in the description, which in most cases is France, although it might be a few other places as well. That's what they should do. And if they did that all the time, then they'd stop coming here. It would be too hard. But instead, they're choking off the people we might need. The business people, the students, the brains, the legitimate people, the people who follow the law. The whole thing's a complete mess. And as I said, I don't like the Reform Party because they want to do away with the House of Lords. And I think that's very bad. But I would be sorely tempted to vote for them when I have a choice between the Labour Party, which is going to do just this or not as much, and the Conservative Party, which is going to do this. I keep pointing at the computer screen, don't I? It's there. Just this or the same. There's just a bunch of arm-flapping incompetence. Okay. Till next time. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Grannyopter design or Granbo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.grannyopterix.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.